let's talk about traveling on the rock.
Hmm.
It just came to me right now. Um, your journey starts with the unknown.
Yeah.
You are getting a rock and you are going on a journey.
Yeah.
Um, do you want to try to describe to me? I don't know if you have ever done it before, but try to describe how you starting your journey, or describing creating a piece um, through the same method of traveling.
Good question. That'll be one I'll bring into my future pieces. Um, the the so my sister, when she was younger, my sister is 13 years younger than me, and her name is Mara. And one time, and I used to travel, and she said, "What's it like to travel? How do you travel?" And so I think she was 19 or 20, and I said, "Well, let's go travel." And so we planned a trip to England. And she said, "How do you travel?" I said, "You make a plan and you have to be open to changing it every step of the way." And I think that's how that compares. So, you book your ticket, you make your plan, you have your vision, but then things happen, things come to you, and you're like, oops, nope, new decision. Oh, new decision, which is where the stories come from, and then the experiences come from. My whole experience with Israel, like I booked a ticket to Israel and ended up meeting you and made all these good friends. I could have never predicted the outcome of that first trip back to Israel. And I think that's the same with the stone. It's like I'll have a vision of, I want this to look like a bird. And then when I start working, it's like, oh, but wait, there's a twist in here. Oh, there's a vein that's really beautiful. So let me follow that. And I would say that's probably very similar and a similar way of thinking. It's just being really open to what's presenting itself in the moment without being really stuck on the plan. And people have called me a direct carver because I work directly in the stone, where many artists will make a little maquette, they'll make a little design and they measure it exactly and make sure the thing looks exactly like the little thing. I don't do that. I come up with a concept, a feeling, a sensation, an emotion, a story. Each one of my pieces is really about a story. And then I just start telling it in the stone. So I think that's the whether that's my personality or just the comparisons between travel and doing the kind of art I do. It's a great question, but it is that being very much in the moment, going, oh, there's this person standing in front of you now. What new choice do you have to make to go? And that's how the art comes along. Oh, there's this beautiful blue line or this beautiful pink line. Do I want to accentuate that? Do I want to follow that? And then I create from there.
So how do you know that you reach your destination on the
Yeah.
rock?
At some point, it's a sensation. It's just like, okay, I'm satisfied. And um, when I'm designing a piece, for me, I have to be able to look at the piece and my eye can't stop on one spot. If my eye travels and I get curious about another part or piece, or I want to look around it, if what happens when I'm working is this one spot that keeps getting my attention, that's then where I'm like, okay, how do I incorporate that into everything? Once it all feels like it's all incorporated, or I'm really tired of the piece, because polishing takes a long time. At some point, I just step back and go, okay, that's done.